Well, thank you for joining me. Brand image, customer experience, customer engagement. Now, slightly off topic, I put a little video up only just the other day. We were talking about two parts: to surviving, to living, to growing, to developing, basically following the law of attraction. And I was out this morning and I met up at a networking group. And somebody said, "And I followed your videos, and I want you to elaborate a little bit more on the journey, the law of attraction." So I said, "Yeah, no problem. I've got no issues with that at all." I said, because at the end of the day, it's a thought, it's a seed. And it doesn't matter whether it's personal, whether it's business, whether it's sport. At the end of the day, it's your head, it's your neuro-linguistics, the NLP of life, as I would call it. And it's a bit like a farmer, and I use lots of analogies and lots of stories to try and put it into perspective for you. We all understand a farmer doesn't buy a loaf of bread. A farmer buys some seeds, or in some cases it's done through the birds and the bees, but we won't worry about that. He plants some seeds. He doesn't go out and stamp on the ground and jump up and down and say, "Where's my bread?" But I need you to consider this: before he buys the seeds, he knows what he's going to grow. He's already got the soil, he's already got the ground, he's already got the plan in his mind. Then he buys the seeds, then he fertilises the soil, then he nurtures it, then he does whatever, the sun and the rain and everything else. And then slowly and surely it builds up, and then he can harvest it. So what I'm trying to like you to understand is this is no different. And I used the analogy the other day of your holiday. You book a holiday at work. You say, "Oh yeah, I need to book my holiday in the summer." Well, actually, that's been resonating way before that. When you've got the brochure, when you've thought about it, when you've got up in the morning and gone, "Need a holiday," then you've gone and got the brochure, you've got everything else. So it could be a year in the making. Now, what I'm trying to understand is, for a lot of people, they seem to have an idea and then they want it, and they desperately want it. And the law of attraction isn't like this. And business isn't like this. You can't just have an idea and go, "Oh yeah, that'll be working." Don't tell people. The whole idea is, and the whole ethos is, the farmer doesn't go out and sell the loaf of bread when he's only just planted the seed. He starts talking about it when the seed's in the ground because he knows he's going to have a crop. That's kind of a certainty. But then he tries to negotiate, but nobody actually pays for it until it's actually produced. It's the same with your idea for business. It's the same with your idea for life. What I need you to try and understand is, you have an idea, keep it, think it, nurture it, grow it, and then when it's ready and it's formed and it's, and you've heard me talk about your business being a baby. Well, a baby's in mummy's tummy for 9 months. So you aren't going to, yes, you're going to want it to decide on where it's going to go at school and all the rest of it, but you can't dress it till it's born. So there's an incubator. There's a bit where it's coming to fruition. You're getting ready to be ready. And it's the same in business. The idea is getting ready to be ready. You come in and like, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen, and then we can do this. And it's the same with sport. I want to win a British Championship. Well, I don't just go out and enter the next British Championship. I start on a pathway. I start practicing, I start planning, I start improving, and I start rolling the ball on till I get to where I want to be. So that's all I'm trying to say. You follow the law of attraction. I want something, I'm planning for it, I'm getting ready for it, I'm getting ready for it, I'm getting ready for it. Same with business. But when you've got that momentum, and we talk about momentum a lot in sport, the momentum's growing. He's got momentum from the last race. He's on a high, he's there, he's full. Momentum's a great thing. Well, when momentum's rolling, get on it and ride that wave. But what you've got to be aware of is you need to know when to ride that wave. You start surfing, and I said to somebody at the weekend, just surf every little wave. Get used to the little ones, get used to the next bigger ones, the next bigger one. And then when that big one comes, you're ready, you're prepared, you're planned, you know how you're going to execute it. Same with a business idea. Working with a client at a venue. This is the idea, and okay, how, what and when? What do you mean how, what and when? Well, how's it going to grow? How's it going to develop? When is it going to come to fruition? And what's it actually going to achieve? How, what and when? Well, it's going to do, right, okay, let's start actually putting things down privately. This is what I want to achieve. This is what I want to do. And then take ourselves the other side. How's it going to look? How's it going to sound? How's it going to feel? A little bit different. But it comes back to a law of attraction thing. This is the nugget of an idea. This is the corn. This is the seed. If you don't know what you've planted, you don't know what's going to come up, grow, crop. You don't go out and buy seeds and go, don't know what they are, I'll put them in that flower pot. Oh, well, that's wheat or that. You buy what you want it to do. So you start to plant the seed, you nurture it, you grow it, and then when it's ready, you tell people about it. Not too early though. So just come back to a simple thing. If you want something, you desire it, you know it's in there, start working towards it. Start putting in the processes. To me, it's simple. It's a law of attraction. Works in business, works in pleasure, works in leisure. You start the ball rolling. And it's easy. You know, nobody's going to play for Man United if they've never kicked a ball before. Nobody's going to drive a Formula One car if they've never raced before. And there's a process all the way through. And obviously with football, you've got various leagues, and motor racing, you've got the same. Business, possibly not so much. But you've got, in theory, you know, self-employed, entrepreneur, small business, a little bit bigger business. Now you start to employ people. Now you might be growing and developing. So you start learning and you start growing and you start developing. Sometimes it can happen overnight. You can take that little... But you've got to be ready for it. You've got to understand it. You've got to know where you want, what you want, how you want it. So it comes back to the 5 key points of personal development, the 5 key points of business. Who are you, what you do, who you do it for, and your legacy. Understanding those processes, understanding those ideas, keeping them private, developing, growing them, understand what influences you need and where you want to be will make a massive difference. So this was just an add-on. So it's all related, whether it's business, whether it's leisure, whether it's pleasure. Have an idea, have a goal, have a dream, and work towards that. Get up each and every morning. I'm going to be 1% better than I am. Law of attraction in some respects for most people. It's how I live my life. It's how I've got to where I want to be. Winning competitions at the weekend, you know, winning in business, winning a deal, winning a contract. Always looking on the bright side of life. 1% better each and every day. And I want you to be that little bit better each and every day. So take the words of wisdom, understand them, look in the mirror, develop, move forward. Take care. Chat to you soon.